Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here with me today. I am Mary, and today I want to take a look at Mr. Biden. Okay, so what I want to know, we're hearing all these different rumors. Him and Kamala, they're not getting along. We know their ratings are, how low can they go? They're pretty bad for both of them. I'm hearing things like, well, if Joe Biden doesn't run in 24, that Kamala and Michelle Obama will be top contenders for the office. And normally though, if a president, the president that's in office, say Joe Biden, his vice president is a Democratic Party, is a Democratic runner, why would Michelle Obama run with her? Run against her, unless they would run together. And I guess that would be a possibility, one president, one vice president. But I was reading that today, and it was in, let's see which magazine. Let me just look at my notes here, see if I can find it, so you guys can go back and take a look at it. Well, I think I lost it. But anyway, it was in, I think it was Newsweek. Yeah, Newsweek. And they said that they would be top contenders for the job. But you know what? Honestly, I cannot see Kamala making it without someone that's very recognizable, such as a Michelle Obama, to be a running mate. Because I think that people have kind of, the people that put Kamala in office in the first place had lost faith in her. She would have to, it would take a lot for her to, in my opinion, for her to win that office. And I better say this right now, guys, for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am going to read my cards and see what Spirit wants me to know about this. But that's not my question. My question anyway is, how does Joe Biden feel about Kamala? All the stuff that's going on with her, and it's like, to me, she just got lost. She got lost in the shuffle. As far as her and Joe goes. Now, I know that vice presidents don't get a lot of play when they're in the office with the president. They don't get it. But Kamala has just gotten lost, totally lost. It's like she's of no benefit at all. Okay? And I'm hearing things about she's calling him names, and she's disappointed, and she's upset, and all this. Well, Joe Biden doesn't have anything to worry about because he has what he wants, and he is doing some, people are disappointed in him too. Let's just be honest. And I'll have to do a reading on that as far as the Democratic Party goes. But what I want to know right now is, Joe, how are you feeling about Kamala? What's really on your mind? How do you really feel about Kamala Harris Joe Biden? Let's see if we can go, get into your psyche a little bit and see what's really going on with you. How does Joe Biden feel about Kamala, Spirit? Speak to me, Spirit, about Joe Biden and his feelings about Kamala Harris, his vice president. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, let's see what we get here. Might be surprised. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what is he worried? Why is he worried? Why would he be worried? Okay, well, let's just dig a little deeper here. First card, Two of Cups. Challenge is the Eight of Cups. Foundation is the Seven of Cups. Recent past, the Hermit. Six of Cups. Crowning. Page of Cups in the near future. Knight of Cups. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. And the Three of Wands. This came out upside down. I don't normally read upside down, but I think I will read that one upside down. Okay. So, Joe, how do you really feel about her? Okay, so here we have the first cards is a two of Cups, which means that there's a partnership there. He felt that she would be a good partner. I'm sure that he, in the beginning, you know, they don't really pick their partners, who's going to be the vice president when someone's running for president. It's a lot of things involved, a lot of people involved, but in the beginning there was a partnership there. I actually see this as Joe Biden here, and this brown thing here as Kamala. Okay, that's a rabbit. Okay, and then the challenge is her walking away. Now, why would that be a challenge in that partnership? Now, you know, I wouldn't think that she would walk away from the from her office, but maybe it's an aspect of maybe that, just a symbolism of her feeling like she has no part in it, or he's feeling like she really doesn't have a part in it. You know, she's not contributing. She's not a happy camper here. You can see that. So the challenge is her removing herself from what's happening. Yeah, I think he's worried about that. Or maybe he doesn't care. You know, he's the president, so he can do as he pleases. And in some of the leaked tapes that I've heard from him, yeah, he's grown a little bit like egotistical, more egotistical than he did going in to the presidency. So, you know, if she walked away, I'm sure she's not going to walk away. But I think this is just symbolic of her not being involved. I'll put it that way. Okay. So how does he feel about her? Well, he's confused about her. Now, why would that be? Or, you know, it could be that he's confused, but it could be that he has a lot of choices even without her. He doesn't have to have her, you know, really do anything. She doesn't really have to work with him. It's just all symbolic. Yeah, and I think that's what he's feeling. Okay? He has choices. He can do it like he wants to do it. He can use her when it's necessary. Of course, that's what they all do. He used her to get his presidency, or they did. They you know, propped her up to be the person that would run with him so that he could get into office. So, you know, and even if he decided to run in 22 and she did walk away, he has choices. I'm sure there's others that would run with him. Now, in the recent past, we have the Hermit. Now, normally the Hermit is someone that analyzes, someone that likes solitude, that go into themselves, and they're sitting there all by themselves. This Hermit is a little different, though. He's on a horse, and he's moving. That horse is moving slowly, but you can see that person in the background there. It's like he's on that horse. He's doing things his way. He's analyzing things and doing things the way he wants to do them. Yeah, because it's about solitude and that kind of thing. But there she is, Kamala. She's in the background. He isn't thinking about her. This is what's happened in the recent past. It's like, like, who are you? Who are you? I'm moving on. I'm on my high horse. And you can stand back there if you want. It looks like she's standing back there. She's a little upset. Not a little. She's upset. He's leaving her behind. And he's gone on his horse, on his high horse. And she has some document or something. Maybe the document about her being vice president. And she's not really doing anything. Okay. So let's move on here. Crowning is the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is all about nostalgia. Yeah, he's thinking about how she helped him. She helped him in the past to get the presidency. She helped him. And he's thinking about that. So sometimes he thinks about it. And I'm sure that, well, you can't really tell, but I'm getting a feeling from this card that she's doing the giving and he's doing the receiving there. Okay, so I'm sure, well, we know she gave up some things. She gave up her Senate seat. Before that, she was prosecutor, so, to be, by his side, to run for office and that kind of thing. She gave us some things. So, maybe he thinks about that sometimes. Okay, next we have is the Page of Cups. In the near future, we have the Page of Cups. And, pages are about messages and she's an emotional page because the cup, she's a cup, and the cups are about emotions, relationships, and that kind of thing. And I think that in the near future, I think this is about their relationship. And I don't think that I don't think he's worried about the relationship. If the relationship, I think it has changed in some form. It's become a new, different kind of relationship. Because right next to it here is it looks like she's walking away. And, so I think the relationship has changed from what it was when they first came into office together. So, this is how he's thinking here. Knight of Cups. Okay, it's like, okay, Kamala, I offered you this. We talked about this and we did that. I think he changed on Kamala after he got the position. Because this Knight of Cups is all about offering you the world, and then when he gets what he wants, he's out of here. Okay, this is a kind of a knight that this cup is. this cup that this is the kind of night that this card is. Okay, he offers you the world, but you just may be, you may have been offered something that's never going to happen. And I think that this is in his psyche. This is what he's thinking. Was he ever going to try to get along with her? I think he put on the front that he wanted her, but he wanted her because he needed her, because they recommended her. It's not that he was so, into Kamala that he decided that she would be the best person. He went along with whatever they said, okay? So, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, this is in his environment. Queen of Pentacles is in his environment. So I feel like he used her. He used her. And he knew that he was going to be using her. This is her. And the environment, we're being able to see. And she's feeling it. That she was used, but she signed up for it, so that we can't feel sorry for her. This is kind of like related to the Devil card in a sense, because she thought that she was going to get something out of it, but now she sees that at the moment she can't do anything about it. If she did want to walk away from it, she's kind of tied to it, and yeah, I think he used her. And I think he changed on her. He was a sweet Mr. Biden in the beginning. I mean, we all know that she had her differences about him when they were debating and that kind of thing. And she made it clear how she felt about him. She called him, racist and that kind of thing. So, and I've heard that that's come out again recently. I don't know. I'm just saying what I heard. But he felt that he could use her to get what he wanted, so he agreed. She agreed. She thought she was going to get something out of it too. So it's that Devil card, She was being a puppet, okay. Except in this particular position, as far as Devil goes and being used and that kind of thing, she can't do anything about it. So that's the environment there. Okay, and next up we have hopes and wishes. Now, we're talking about Biden here. And I feel like, this is the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So I'm feeling that, there's some things that were hidden. There were some things that maybe were even hidden from Kamala about what was going to happen once he got into office. Maybe she thought she knew, what was going to happen. But if he used her, if he knew that, he was going to get into office and toss her aside, then she wouldn't have known that. Because I'm sure if she would have known that she wouldn't be included in anything, that she probably wouldn't have signed up for it. Okay, so I think that there was some hidden agendas there. Of course, there's always some hidden agendas when people run for office, but this is just a little bit different, I think. With her being a woman, classified, I don't know, supposedly a black woman or whatever. I know black women helped her get into office. And his agenda was to get the black vote. Okay, because I don't think he would have gotten in if it wasn't for that. So, yeah, there was a hidden agenda there. Yeah, so that, let me do the final outcome here. But the final outcome is the Three of Wands. He's, right side up. He's waiting for his ships to come in. Okay? But it came in upside down. And you know what I think? I think that he's not getting what he wanted either. He thought he was going to, be all that and a bag of chips. He tried to use her, but things didn't work out. His chips aren't coming in the way that he thought that they would come in. You know, he's doing some things that none of us expected him to do. So I don't know who gets the last laugh here, because maybe some things were hidden from him too. I'm sure they were. You know, there were some things that he didn't know about. So your ships aren't coming in as you expected them to come in, Biden. But yeah, I think that, you know, she was just the means to an end. He never intended for her to be, you know, a major part of the presidency, and now he's worried about it. He's worried about how things are going. Okay? So that's how I see Biden feeling about her, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I think I'll do a read. I hope this isn't too long, but I want to do a read on what she's feeling about Biden. How about that? You talked about how Biden feels about her. Let's see what she thinks of Biden. Now that she's gotten in the office and she's been working with him for the last 11 months. Let's just see what she's thinking about him. Okay, Kamala, how are you feeling about Biden? How are you feeling about Biden, Kamala? Okay, let's see what she has to say. The Celtic cross again. See how she feels about him, what she's thinking about him now that she's had a chance to work with him. You know, what are her real feelings? What are your real feelings, Kamala? What do you think about him? Is it true what we're hearing, that you guys are having all these conflicts? Okay, for entertainment purposes only. YouTube. Okay, let's see. Show me, Spirit. Okay. All right. Six of Cups, challenged by the Three of Wands. Wow, the Seven of Swords is the foundation. Recent past, the Fool. Two of Wands, crowning. Ace of Cups, near future. Wow. The Tower. That's what she's thinking. Three of Cups. This is an environment. Ace of Pentacles, hopes and wishes. And the Ten of Cups is the final outcome. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. And she's looking up at that lion there, and I have a feeling that this is all about the unity of them getting along and that kind of thing. One is in the tree with the grin on his face, and she's looking kind of away from it. So that tells you a little bit about what's going on there. It's like he could devour her, and she's looking away. Maybe she didn't know what was happening when she accepted, or she thought one thing and another thing came about. But let's see how she's feeling about Biden. Okay. Six of Cups. We have nostalgia here. Now, this is about the past. And I know that she was friends with one of his boys. And he did talk about that when they were running for the presidency, and that's how he got to know her. So maybe she's thinking about that, how she was friends with the son. And then we have the Three of Wands here. Now, when she accepted the offer, she thought her ships had come in. Okay? She thought it was going to be smooth waters. Okay? But now, foundation is the Seven of Swords, in which she feels that he's, someone tried to get away with something. Maybe she's feeling like he tried to get away with something. Yeah, that's the foundation here, is someone getting away with something. She thought he was going to be her friend, and things aren't working out that way. Now, in the recent past, how she feels about Biden, she feels like he fooled her. She feels like a fool. That's how she's been feeling in the recent past. We have the Fool here. Okay? Next up, we have the Two of Wands. Now, these wands are all about action. Wands are all about action, and I think that maybe she's been making some plans. She's tried to be in partnership with him, but there's a big division there, and she knows that there's no creative way for her to work with him, and there is some division there because, with the Seven of Swords here, you can see someone's trying to get away with something. They're divided. They are definitely divided. She feels like a fool. Okay, but in the near future, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups, this is, of course, Ace is all about new beginnings. This is an emotional beginning. Maybe she realizes that things aren't what she thought they were going to be in the beginning, and she has to think about things in a different way. And I think there's some emotion involved around that. Okay. In her, how she feels about it, she feels we have the Tower here, the Tower. Okay, so she's not feeling good about this. She feels like something hit her that she wasn't looking for. Something took her by surprise. The Tower came down on her, and she's realizing that she's been used. So she feels like, there's been a lot of calamity and commotion and confusion and everything in this vice presidency position, and she feels like there's fighting. She doesn't like what's going on because the Tower has come down on her, and she blames him for that. I'm sure she blames him because, her ratings are low, his ratings are low. She didn't go in, she went into it thinking one way, and all the time he had this Seven of Swords here. He's trying to get away with something because he's tried to use her. She's realized that now, and she realized it, and she feels like a tower, like the Tower has come down on her. But the environment around her, I think she feels like she was celebrated. The environment around her is the women that celebrated her, and maybe some of them still do, but she's feeling like, I think she's feeling kind of like he's taken that celebration away from her with this tower. With this tower, she's feeling like that's gone now. All of those women that celebrated her and loved her when she first took office, that's gone now. She feels like he brought the tower down on her. She's not happy about that at all, because I think she kind of blames him for, you know, the women feeling the way that they do about her. So yeah, she's kind of emotional about that. Okay, as we have, that's, you know, right near this Ace of Cup here. You know, there was a new beginning. Only I think that this beginning shows her that it didn't, you know, she stepped into this, she was offered this cup in which she thought she would be celebrating, but in the end, the tower, she got the tower because someone really was trying to get away with something, and you know who that someone was. Okay, and then in her hopes and wishes, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, beginnings. She was hoping that, you know, this new beginning would, you know, that the new beginning with Joe Biden would help her as far monetarily. You know, when we talk about Pentacles, we talk about money, basically, but we also talk about structure and planning and focus and that kind of thing. And she thought that she could maybe focus on, you know, her part, whatever it is that she wanted to do as far as the vice presidency goes. But I don't think she's been able to focus on that. So on her role is, it's like she doesn't really have a role, you know. Okay, and how does she feel about Joe Biden? The Ten of Cups and the final outcome. She thinks she sealed it for him, as far as that goes, for him and his family, his relationship with the people, with his family, that kind of thing. She helped his family as far as, you know, getting that notoriety and, you know, the outcome being good for him. This is what she feels like, the relationship that the people will have with him and his family. She feels like that's what she was good for. Yeah. She feels like she feels like the fool at this point, because she feels like she helped him to secure his relationship with the people, with his family, that kind of thing. I'm going to do a couple of more clarifiers here. Just to pull a few more cards and see. Let's clarify that Ace of Pentacles there. Kamala, Joe Biden. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Star. She was hopeful. At some point she was hopeful that things would work out. And we have the Two of Pentacles up next. She tried to balance things. She was hopeful. She tried to balance. And she's having a hard time doing that. And one more card. The Chariot. I think that in this particular case, she feels like he stopped her in her tracks. Normally Chariot would be, well, it's standing still, but it's like she tried to move here, but she's weighed down with whatever she's carrying there, the load that she's carrying. And as you can see, there's something there right beneath her feet that she could trip over. So she feels like she's, that he has really hindered her growth as far as the vice presidency goes. So how does she feel about him? I think they're having problems. Really, I do. I don't see where she feels like she's gotten anything out of it. She feels like she's in a tower moment at this time, and she feels like he has tried to do some things behind her back, and there's a lot of division there. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in your comments what you think about the reading. All right. Have a good day now.